Yes, partner? Mukhang handang-handa na nga ang lahat. At dahil na-energize na sila, shall we begin?
Yes, partner. And I'm excited na rin now to give us a comprehensive understanding about accounting information system. Allow me to introduce our speaker for today's episode. Our guest speaker for today is a certified public accountant with extensive experience in assurance and non-assurance engagements, as well as in academia, teaching primarily audit-related subjects in CPA review and undergraduate classes, and an advocate of simplified accounting information systems. He graduated cum laude at Lipa City Colleges and placed 8th on the 2017 CPA board exam with a 90.5% average. Ayan, sana all. Okay, so he was an audit associate at Isla Lipana and Company and junior auditor at RB Alvarez Accounting Office. He taught auditing theory at CPAR Center Dagupan and to the Professional Review and Training Center.
He taught management advisory services, financial management, cost accounting, auditing at Lipa City Colleges. He also taught audit in CIS, audit in specialized industries, sustainability and strategic audit at Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He also taught auditing theory, theory of accounts, as a co-founder and CPA reviewer at iCare Accountancy Review. Wow, talagang credible ang ating speaker. And he was a committee for sports and fellowship auditor and treasurer at Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants, Lipa City Chapter. He is a co-author of Quick Notes in Auditing Theory 2022 edition, and currently he is a senior partner in assurance and internal controls at Laco Garacio Protasio and Company. Let us give a virtual round of applause to Mr. John Michael Maglinaw.
Ayan, welcome sir. Okay,
Hello.
so welcome sir. Before we
Hello.
proceed, I would like to know sir, how are you po sir?
Ayan, good afternoon. Okay naman. So thank you for having me.
So, good to know po na you are okay, sir. Nasa starstruck ako. So, shall we proceed po?
Yes, we can proceed na. So let me share my slide. Ay, taka, hindi ako maka-share. Can you allow me to share? Yeah. Ka-disable. Yeah, thank you so much. So let me share my slide. So can everyone see my slide now? So nakikita na ba?
Yes sir.
Okay, so thank you so much. Now, let's start with accounting information systems. No, so before we proceed with the technical definition, no, and the functionalities of an accounting information system, I want you to think of accounting, no, the recording phase of accounting as keeping a diary, di ba? So when you are performing accounting, it is very important to properly record the transactions, di ba? As if you are making a diary, no? But instead of your life events, ang nilalagay natin diyan ay economic events, no? So, we are recording these transactions for the purpose of generating useful information. But the useful information, it would be relevant for many things, no? It would be used by investors and creditors for their investment decisions, no? It would be used by the regulatory authorities, di ba, for identifying tax obligations. It would be used by the by the employees, di ba, many users of financial statements. Okay, and how do we record these transactions? No, the question is, paano yung manner, di ba, that we record these transactions in order to produce that important information. Okay? So actually, we have three ways, di ba, on how we record these transactions. So ang first, ang pinaka-traditional, no, would be using manual books of accounts, di ba? So ito yung mga nag-aaral dito ng accounting, no? So ito yung pinag-aaralan natin talaga sa school, 'di ba? Na meron ka talagang journals, meron ka talagang ledger, 'di ba? Journal ka, ipo-post mo, magpe-prepare ka ng trial balance, and then magpe-prepare ka ng financial statements, 'di ba? So yan yung traditional or yung manual accounting. Okay, another one would be yung using spreadsheets. Okay, when we are using spreadsheets, actually, it's just a computerized version of the manual books of accounts. 'Di ba? Isipin mo, parang yung journals mo and your ledgers, nilagay mo lang siya sa spreadsheets. Okay, but the spreadsheets themselves, it is not able to understand ano ba yung information that you are trying to input into the spreadsheets. 'Di ba? So, kapag naglagay ka ng, for example, journal into a spreadsheet, hindi ka naman niya kayang bigyan ng financial statements eh. 'Di ba? You need to be knowledgeable about formulas sa spreadsheets and data manipulation in order to obtain the report that you want. Okay? So that's a computerized spreadsheet. Okay? So an improved version of our manual accounting. And yung patatlong level, no? So ito yung highest level, it would be the accounting information systems. Now, the main difference is for the accounting information systems, you're still doing the recording process, but the difference this time, it would provide you with the reports that you need. No? So that's the main advantage of using accounting information systems compared to the manual and computerized recording or spreadsheets. Okay, you can think of accounting information systems as the smartphone version, di ba, of accounting. Okay, so I want you to remember that definition, no? Okay, sige. So, learning objectives. What are we going to learn for today? So, I'm going to explain what is an accounting information system. So, we are going to distinguish data, so the raw data from information, and discuss the attributes of useful information. Okay? We're going to explain the 5 major business processes. Okay, na ito yung nilalagay natin sa accounting information systems. We're going to differentiate accounting and accounting information system. We're going to be familiar with the components of an accounting information system. So, akala ko kasi dati kapag sinabing accounting information system, parang application lang siya na ini-install. Hindi pala. Meron siyang iba-ibang components. Okay? We're going to explain, of course, how an accounting information system can add value to the organization. So, how important it is to an organization. Okay, we're going to discuss how AIS is used in decision making and what is its role in the value chain. Ano? So how does it provide value to the user, to its suppliers, and to its customers. Okay, and finally, yan, ito yung pinaka-bonus talaga for today. I'm going to demonstrate, no, or we're going to learn how to use a sample accounting information system that is actually I'm using it for my clients. So I'm offering it as a subscription-based software to my clients. So makikita natin talaga kung paano siya nagpa-function for today. Okay? Sige. First, so by definition, so ito din yung sinabi nung host natin kanina, no? What is an accounting information system? This is a system that, what does it do? Diba? It collects, diba? So kinakapture niya yung information, records, stores, and processes data to produce information. So I want to highlight that, no, yung processes data to produce information for decision makers. Because that's what's unique eh, di ba? Sa accounting. Diba? So kinaka-capture niya yung information. Excuse me, nag-ano lang ako? Nag-e-echo? Ayan. Pasuyo muna ako nung mic. Ayan. Thank you so much. So, ayan, it would be able to provide us with useful information. So, bigyan kita ng example. Let's say, for example, we are recording the invoices that we are issuing to our customers. Di ba? Yan yung mga billing natin. And let's say, for example, we want to obtain a listing of all unpaid invoices from all of our customers. Useful ba ang information na yan? Definitely yes, di ba? Because we are trying to collect those amounts from our customers. Okay? Now, an accounting information system can provide you with that information with a click of a button. 'Di ba? While dun sa mga traditional spreadsheet natin, you should be able to manipulate the data contained in the spreadsheet in order for you to extract the information that you need. Okay? So, yan. So we have the input, processing, and the output would be the reports. Okay? So everything would be stored in the database, which is another component of the AIS. Okay? So nakastore siya within the system. Okay? Now, what is the difference between accounting and an accounting information system? 'Di ba? When we say accounting, this is the language of business. 'Di ba? This is the language that we communicate in when we are talking about business matters, 'di ba? How do we identify the performance of a business? 'Di ba? We are talking about accounting. How do we identify the financial position of a business? We are going to talk about accounting. While accounting information system, it is the information providing vehicle that we use in order to communicate those matters. So you can think of it as accounting is the language, 'di ba? Accounting information system is your messenger, 'di ba? So yan yung application that we are using in order to generate that information. Okay? Next, let's proceed with data versus information. Ano naman yung difference versus data and information? So data is actually based on facts. So ito yung raw data that is based on facts. And sa accounting, sa business, those facts are the transactions and events. 'Di ba? Ito yung mga nangyayari sa businesses, yung day-to-day operations, yung receipt of cash, yung payment of cash, 'di ba? Yung generation of inventory, 'di ba, of finished goods. So those are the economic events. So combine those, okay, those records, that would be our data. Okay, the raw data. Now, what is information? Okay, when you filter out this data, okay, some of the data you would need, some of the data you would not need. Okay, depending on what information you're trying to obtain. So the process data, yan yung tinatawag nating information. And the information, this is what's normally used by managers in decision making. Okay? So kasi yan, titingnan natin. See, for example, manager would like to identify whether to increase the price of a certain good, di ba? So to increase the selling price of a certain good. So ang gusto niya malaman is yung current profitability of that certain item. Okay, so ang gagawin niya, ika-capture niya lahat ng data about that certain item, 'di ba? Yung sales niya in units, 'di ba? And then yung mga related costs para malaman niya if profitable ba yung line na 'yon or yung product na 'yon. Okay, so the process information, yan yung gagamitin niya sa decision making. So that would be the reports. Okay? Next, what are the attributes of a useful information? So how can we say that information is useful? We actually have two. So first, we have relevance. So when we say relevant, diba, the information is useful in decision making. Okay, so relevant, it has predictive value. So we can use it to somehow predict the future. Diba? So let's say for example, diba, you are tasked to prepare a sales forecast. Okay, alam niyo ba kung ano yung sales forecast? Diba? That is we're trying to predict no ano yung expected sales natin for the next coming months. Okay? So pag pinaggawa ka niyan, ano magiging basis mo? 'Di ba? Tatanungin natin, ano po yung experience natin sa mga nakaraang buwan? 'Di ba? So the predictive value of information, that's one of the most important factors. Kasi though it's not perfect in predicting the future, we have a starting point. We already have a starting point. Okay? Another one is yung feedback value. So yung feedback value naman, so if predictive value is looking into the future, feedback value is looking into the past. Okay? Kasi 'di ba meron tayong mga predictions. We're trying to confirm, 'di ba? Kung yung mga kung yung mga predictions natin ay correct or we need to adjust them. Okay? So that's another importance of or factor of relevance of useful information. Okay, another one is timeliness, 'di ba? Of course, for information to be useful, it should arrive in time, 'di ba? So dapat it is readily available before the decision is made. Okay, kasi even though the information is accurate, even though the information is correct, 'di ba, but it did not arrive on time, 'di ba? Hindi na rin siya useful. Okay? That's why it's important to use an accounting information system eh. 'Di ba? Kasi kung mano-mano mo siya gagawin, baka hindi na umabot sa decision making, 'di ba? So it's important that we also consider the timeliness of information. Another one would be the reliability. Okay? So if relevance is about the usefulness, reliability is about, okay, can we use this information with confidence? 'Di ba? Is it reliable? So first, information is reliable if it is verifiable. Okay? So I want you to remember that for an information or data to be verifiable, it should have a supporting document. Okay? That's why our accounting records. So let's say for example, your accounting records, meron kang listahan dyan ng invoice. Okay? So those invoices should be supported by actual documents. Okay? So that auditors may be able to verify that these transactions actually existed. Diba? They actually occurred. Okay, so they are verifiable. Another one would be representational faithfulness. Diba? So when we say faithful representation, what is contained in the FS, okay, are the events and transactions that actually happened. Diba? So representational faithfulness. So it faithfully represents the transactions and events that actually happened. Okay, another one is yung neutrality. Okay? So for information to be reliable, it should be neutral or free from bias. Diba? Whether the effects are favorable or whether the effects are unfavorable, it should be properly reflected in the financial statements. Okay? So now, let's proceed with the business processes. So for different businesses, at the very minimum, no, ito yung mga processes na normally nangyayari within the business. So the 5 major business processes or transaction cycles. So we have the revenue cycle. So what's the revenue cycle? It starts with a customer placing an order, 'di ba? So ang starting point may o-order na customer and ang ending niyan, we would be collecting the cash from the customer. 'Di ba? So that's the revenue cycle. Another one would be the expenditure cycle. So in this one, we are the purchaser naman. So it starts with the need. So let's say for example, the need for materials. Okay? So yan yung starting point. And then the ending would be payment to a supplier. Okay? So payment to a supplier. Next one would be production or conversion cycle. Now this is only applicable for manufacturing entities. Diba? Kasi ano yung production or conversion cycle? That's the production of materials, labor, and other production costs into finished goods. Okay? So syempre, hindi naman lahat ng companies ay production or manufacturing concern. Next one would be human resources or payroll cycle. It starts with the need also. But instead of tangible goods, the need for personnel. Okay? And the ending would be payment to such employees. Okay? So the payment to employees. And then the financing cycle and investing cycle, this is how we manage funds. So remember, when we are trying to finance a business, we are looking for the source of capital. Diba? Financing. We are looking for capital either from creditors or capital providers. Okay? Kapag naman kapag investing cycle, we are not needing funds. We have excess funds. So the question is, how are we going to utilize the excess funds? So that's the investing cycle. Hindi lang nalagay dito. No? Pero kasama siya ng financing cycle. Now, what happens during the revenue cycle? Diba? It starts with the customer placing an order. So remember this process. A customer would place an order and then the sales department would acknowledge that order. Okay, so the sales department would prepare a sales order and it would be transferred to the credit department. Now, the credit department would check, is this customer a good customer? Is this a paying customer? So the credit department would perform credit investigation, diba? They would establish credit limit for that customer, etc., etc. Basically, they would approve the order. So pag na-approve na yung order, the goods would be shipped out of the warehouse or the storage, diba? And then it would be transferred to the shipping department. The shipping department, okay, delivers the goods to the customer. Okay, and once the customer receives the goods, pwede na mag-bill. Diba? So the billing department would issue an invoice which is basically a demand for payment. Okay, customer, na-deliver na namin ha. So we are now demanding for payment. Okay? And then after that, the billing would be recorded by the accounting department, and then magbabayad na si customer. Okay, pag nagbayad na si customer, the mail would be received by the receptionist. So marireceive na yung check, and then it would be transferred to the treasurer. So the treasurer would deposit the checks to the bank. Okay? And the documents that we are using in the revenue cycle, di ba, meron tayong sales orders prepared by the sales department. We have the shipping documents prepared by the shipping department. Okay? So we have the invoices prepared by the billing department. Okay? So we have the remittance advice. So sa mga hindi familiar kung ano yung remittance advice, this is basically a document originating from a customer instructing us what invoice is being paid. Diba? So it contains the information of the customer who pays an outstanding invoice. So nakalagay dyan sa remittance advice, anong pangalan ng customer, anong invoice yung binabayaran niya, so that the treasurer can identify, 'di ba? Ano yung invoice that was paid? Ano yung mga invoices that are already paid? Okay, and then we have the transaction summaries. Summaries ng order, summary ng shipments, summary ng invoices issued, and summary ng remittance advices. Okay? So for the expenditure cycle, basically parang ganun din, no? It starts with the user department, and then magre-request siya ng goods, di ba? And then the purchasing department would find the supplier, okay, and then place an order. Pag na-order na, dadating na siya kay receiving department. Okay, the receiving department informs the accounts payable department that goods are actually received. So once received, the accounts payable would record the liability to that specific supplier. Okay, and then the treasurer would prepare the checks for payment naman. Okay, so for payment naman do sa supplier. Okay, so the documents used, so there is a purchase requisition, which is a request for purchase, diba, from the user department. A purchase order that is prepared by the purchasing department and sent to the supplier. Okay? We have a receiving report that is prepared by the receiving department containing information about the items received. Diba? And then we have the vouchers, which are the request for check issuances. Okay? And then the checks, which are the payments prepared by the treasurer. Okay, so sa production or conversion cycle, so simple lang naman. So it starts with the production department requesting for materials. Diba? So the storage would provide raw materials, and then it would go back to the production department. Okay, after processing these goods, it would be transferred back into the finished goods storage. Okay, awaiting delivery to customers. Okay? And then the cost accumulated dun sa mga departments na yan ay kay cost accounting. Okay? So medyo ano na yan, medyo complex matters na yan. Okay, so it starts with the production department magre-request ng material. So materials requisition. Okay? And then meron tayo ng production reports, makikita mo diyan kung ilan yung started during the period, ilan yung materials consumed, and ilan yung finished goods produced. Okay, and then we have the stock cards for materials, ilan yung outstanding materials natin. We also have finished goods stock cards showing the quantities of the different finished goods that we have. Okay, and then we have the job or departmental cost sheets, which shows the cost accumulated. Okay, and then sa payroll cycle, basically ganun din, may user department, HR, timekeeping, payroll, accounting, and treasury. Now, so yan, nagkakaroon ng daily time summaries, yung basis natin sa payroll, yung personnel files maintained by the HR, yung payroll register, dyan nakalista yung lahat ng employees, yung gross pay, yung deductions, and yung net pay nila. Okay, we have the cost assignment report para malaman kung saan yung employee, siya ba ay day 4, siya ba ay administrative or sales personnel. Okay, and then the bank debit advice, which is an authorization to deposit cash dun sa accounts ng mga employees. Okay, so sa financing cycle, so ganun din, we identify the need for additional capital. Okay, it would be approved, di ba? Kung mag-obtain ba tayo ng capital through debt or through equity. Okay, we find the most favorable price and terms. We make payment. Okay, kapag investing kasi magbabayad ka, or receive payment if ikaw ang nag-obtain na capital to or from appropriate parties. Okay, and then you maintain accurate records to reflect these transactions. Now, the documents used, you have a formal plan. Dapat may formal plan tayo if we are going to obtain capital or if we are going to invest our excess funds. Okay, so we have the minutes of the meetings to document approval. Okay, yung board resolutions sa mga corporations, yung board resolutions approving the loan or approving the investment. Okay, and then syempre yung mga stock certificates natin, bond certificates, yan yung main documents natin. Okay, and then the broker's advices, yan, dyan din natin makikita yung ating mga stock transactions. Okay? Now, let's proceed with the components of an accounting information system. So, bear with me, no? Medyo mahaba lang talaga to na konti. So, ito yung 6 components of an AIS. Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina. Hindi lang siya yung software or yung application. So, very important. We have the people, di ba? Kasi hindi naman magpa-function ang system without people. Okay, so we have the people. Next, we have the procedures and instructions, okay, that are executed by those personnel. The data. So which are the transactions and events. Okay, the software that is being used. So ito yung akala ko dati information system, yung software lang. Pero isa lang pala siyang component. Okay? Another one would be the IT infrastructure or simply the hardware. 'Di ba kasi kung may application ka pero wala kang device, 'di ba wala kang mobile, wala kang laptop or any device to use that software, 'di ba? Hindi rin magfa-function yung AIS mo. Okay? And then your internal controls and security measures to safeguard your data. Okay, so that's another component. Now, at the AIS and business functions, so basically the 3 business functions would be to collect and store data about the activities. Diba? It's the resources and their personnel. Okay, and then next would be transform data into information. So actually yung second part, transforming data into information, ang gumagawa na niyan ay yung system. Ang gumagawa na niyan ay yung system. So that management can plan, execute, control, and evaluate activities. Okay, and then next, provide adequate controls to safeguard the organization's assets and data. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, ang mga system, meron siyang login. So mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo yung system na ginagamit ko. Meron siyang login page, which is a first level of security to safeguard the data. No? So dapat may login page. Okay, so next, how AIS adds value to organization. So it would improve the quality and reduce the cost of products and services kasi mas readily available yung information. It is more efficient. Diba? Knowledge is shared kasi pwedeng i-share yung information across an organization. Okay, so the supply chain would be more effective and more efficient. Diba? Mas mabilis, mas smooth yung operations. Improving the internal control structure. Okay, because computerized is always more generally more reliable than manual. Okay, and then decision making is improved. Okay, so sa decision making, so how is an accounting information system used in decision making? So first, identify situations requiring management action. Okay, reduce uncertainty. Okay, so uncertainty is reduced when we are using reliable information. Diba? And store information about the results of previous decisions. Provide accurate information in a timely manner, analyze sales data to discover items that are purchased together. Okay, so yan yung mga basic applications ng AIS. Okay, now in the value chain, we have primary and support activities that are benefited by the AIS. No? So yan, makikita nyo yan mamaya. So yung inbound logistics, yung production operations, outbound logistics, sales operations, okay, and then customer servicing, that's benefited by the AIS. Another one would be yung firm infrastructure, yung HR management, diba? Technology and purchasing processes. Those are also benefited by the AIS. Kumbaga, holistic siya. Entire organization yung benefited. Okay? So, that's the value of an accounting information system. Now, yan, ito yung interesting part ng aking talk talaga. We would have our demonstration, no? So we would actually see an accounting information system in action. So meron akong pin-prepare dito ng mga sample data and transactions, and we would input them into an accounting information system to see how it would respond. Okay? So gusto niyo ba makita 'yon? Okay, paki-type nga ako ng K sa chat kung gusto niyo makita yung demonstration natin ng AIS. Okay, so ayan, very good, very good. So they are all